Hey guys, what's up? Wrigley here, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. So today I'm going to be reviewing a custom redstone enchanting room that I created, and without further ado, let's get into it. So that's right, guys, I did create this here, and as you can see, this is the beautifulness in all of its glory. This is just a more compact version. This is just the fancy one here. So before I do get too far into this, I want to say if you want to download the world, it will be in the description below, and all of its stuff here. I broke that, my bad. But yeah, you can see there's like a few different versions. I'll go over those in a bit, but yeah, they'll all be here in this world if you want to download that. Once again, in the description. And also there's something in this video called the hidden diamond. If you're not familiar with that, there's a short video in the description, or a link to a short video in the description I made explaining what that is if you don't know. So yeah, let's actually get into this. So first off, in the title you might have noticed it said flush and seamless. Now I'm gonna go over what that means so I don't mislead anybody, because you might be able to make it more compact than I did here, but it probably wouldn't be flush and seamless. So pretty much flush here, it means that it's not like you have to customize the wall to have this in here. Like, as you can see, the wall is nice and flat here, and we don't have to like build out the wall like this to have this little redstone contraption here. And here's a better example. So as you can see, I can just take blocks and build them like that next to the wall, and that works on all these directions. And of course, I do have some blocks sticking out here, but that's just for looks. You don't have to have those there if you don't want to. And I will be doing a tutorial on this, and you can leave those out in the tutorial if you don't want to put them there. So and then for seamless, pretty much that means that you can't see any of the redstone like in the end result. It doesn't really apply for when it's like being used, but for this one you can't see any pistons at all. So I'll actually give you guys a little demo here. So the idea for this is you can have an enchantment table. This has 4 different settings here, and you'll be able to customize how much or how many levels you want to put into your enchantment here. So like for instance, right now it is at 3 is our max level here, but if we hit this lever, then it pushes those bookshelves forward, and now we can get up to 12, and it works the exact same thing here. The max is 30, so it goes 30, 24, I want to say, yep, and then 12, and then 3. So that's the order of it. I mean, you can really push any bookshelf forward that you want. So it's actually a pretty simple design. The only real unique thing here is these stairs here. They help with the depth a lot, but as you can see, they are moved out of the way when the books are pushed forward, and that was probably the most difficult part of this, because other than that, it was very easy to make. So I'll actually go over some different versions here. So this one is the most simplest version of this. This is like the least amount of blocks I could get it down to here. And this is the one that we'll be building in the tutorial later on in the video. And over here is just another version. This is more of a rustic version. As you can see, it has the wood and some buttons in here. The buttons don't do anything. And of course, it works the exact same way. It's the same thing, just some of the blocks are different. And there also, I didn't mention this earlier, but there's a light source under the enchantment table just to illuminate it a little more, so that way you don't need to like have torches on the walls or anything. So yeah, I guess that's it for the demo. So now I'm gonna go into the tutorial. Okay, so to start this out, you can use really any block you want, but this is just the basic of it. So we're gonna start with a 3x4 platform, and the longer end, this will be the entrance here, and the enchantment table will be placed here. But after that, we're actually going to place some more blocks here. Actually gonna go out 2, and that's a temporary block, and then we're gonna place 2 on either end like that. So you have this kind of like Y shaped almost, and then you just go out like this, and then there we go. And that's that step. Alright, so the next step here is the pillars and staircases, so some framework. So the easiest way to do this is let me actually get an enchantment table out here. So you'll want to take the enchantment table and go diagonally 2, and that is where your pillar is going to be. Now this is going to be 4 high, so again, you have to put some temporary blocks here. And it's a little bit tedious to have to put those temporary blocks, but you know, it's fine. So I think I actually did one of them wrong. Wait, no, this is wrong. My bad. Sorry about that. So wait, so this one, 4 blocks high, and then once more, 4 blocks high. Oh, I'm really bad at this. There we go. And then for the stairs, you kind of just make these archways here. kind of like this, nothing too fancy. And I can't get that stair right. There we go. And then for the entrance, we actually have a little bit of a different design. You're going to place two stairs on the outside as well. So just a quick little run through. That's just the pillars and the stair work. Alright, so the next step is some more framework and the bookshelf. So we're going to need to place down 3 temporary blocks on the back here, and then have our pillars facing at a horizontal angle here, so it's facing toward us. And then on all the other sides, we're just going to have them kind of on their sides like this. Don't worry about the corners. If you just want to save some blocks, you don't need to place anything on the corners, for now at least. And then the bookshelves here. So the bookshelves are very simple. Just on these prismarine spots here, you're just going to stack these up. It's going to be 4 high with these bookshelves, 4 by 3 I should say. So just do that on all 3 sides. Don't worry about this side over here, because that's your entrance. If you cover that up, you would have a difficult time getting into your little structure here. Okay, so now we're going to place down the levers and finish up the roof. So just 3 levers like that, and then we're going to place these slabs on the top half of the block, just like so. And then 4 pillars facing up, as you see here. Then some staircases on top of that here. And kind of failed there. And to block out some of the lighting, we're actually going to put a block on top of this here, so because it's a little bit glitchy. Depends on where this is. If it's underground, this won't matter, but since this is above ground, we can just place those blocks here, and we could even put them here if we wanted to completely block out the light, but I think that'll be good for now. Alright, so now we're going to do some of the piston work. So let's come over to the right side over here, and on this prismarine block here, or whatever block you chose to do, we're going to place 2 down, break that, put a torch down, and then on either side of this redstone torch here, we're going to be placing 2 sticky pistons. And it might actually be easier if we break that redstone torch for a temporary block here and place these pistons down, and then go back out, and then then turn this into a redstone torch right there, and those will extend, which is a good thing. So now you can take your stairs and place them down, and then just kind of replicate that for each of these sides here. And then but one more thing, want to make these pistons here, so we're going to have the pistons kind of like this. So we'll bring this out one more block here. Oops, I broke one, didn't I? Okay, so then we're going to place our pistons like so, as you can see here. Might be a little bit tricky on the angles here. It might actually be easier if we would hop into here, do it like that, just to get those ones, and then come around this side, place, place these ones, and these bookshelves behind us are all temporary, keep in mind. I'm not going to keep these for too long. Alright, so that's just one more. And now we can delete all these bookshelves here, and we're good to go. Alright, so for this next step, we're going to come to this redstone torch block, and we're just going to place 1 down here, and we're going to create kind of a reversed L shape, like this, and then up 1 block, up 2 blocks, and then over here, and then we're going to actually place another piston right there with the redstone block on top with some repeaters like this. Leave them at 1 tick each. Then we're just going to have this redstone going up like that. So it's a little bit different for the left side over here. We're just going to do the exact same thing, except it's going to be kind of mirrored. And this is so we can keep that flush element that you guys saw earlier, because of course we want it to be nice and flush. So again, the exact same thing with the repeater, and then the other repeater facing into it, leaving them both at 0 ticks, and then we're good to go. Okay, so now for more of the redstone, we're going to come out and make kind of a turn like this. Place 1 block here, and like this. Then we're going to have some redstone linking all these up. Place another block here. This is going to have a repeater pulled back to 2 ticks. Place some dust on top of here. And then down at this piston here, we're going to come up like this and go up 3 more blocks like that, and then connect it to that bookshelf there, and link that all up. And then again, don't do that same thing on this side, because we're going to need to switch it up. So that's the right side, so do that same thing for the back, but not the right side. Alright, so for the right side here, we're going to come back like this, make kind of a T shape facing that way, and bring these 2 blocks up like that, make a 3. Then up here, we're going to place 1, and then again the repeater thing set to 1 tick back. Gonna bring all this redstone down, as you can see here. Okay, so for the last bit of redstone here, we're going to bring this out 1 block and go down 2, just like that. Then have this come down another 2, and then go down like that. And now we should have this meet up here. Make sure to place a block on top like that, or bad things will happen to your mechanism. And now this should, in theory, be working here. And yes, it is, and they are all working beautifully, as you can see there. That's the one we built, and it's pretty much the same thing for this other model, just as you can see I switched the blocks out from time to time there. So that is the Mr. Why did I call it the Mr. Custom Redstone Enchanting Room? It's just plain old enchanting room, but with a twist, as you can see, because we have this cool little function to bring these pistons in and out and customize our enchantment level things here. So I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, be sure to crush that like button and also subscribe too. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Bye!